So John has decided he wants more. He wants to look at a self-managed super fund. Firstly, what is it? It's a privately owned superannuation fund that you manage yourself. I personally have a self-managed super fund. And no, I don't have daily tasks. It's not time consuming. Each year, I get my accountant to do the tax return, they get an audit report, and that's about it. I set the strategy, and I get to choose what assets it buys. It is regulated under the Superannuation Industry Supervision Act of 1993, or the SIS Act. And of course, the ATO. There are some basic rules. It can't lose money, must have spare cash and liquidity, and needs to have a strategy. You need to stay compliant and follow the rules. So please, make sure you go out and get good advice. A self-managed super fund sits in your retirement asset column, and you cannot use the money until retirement. Before retirement, the only link from your personal side is the retirement superannuation contributions. So, what can you invest in? Mostly the same as what you can personally. Cash, shares, property. What you invest in must suit your strategy. The structure can look quite complex, but your accountant or advisor can help out with this. Basically, the 4 yellow boxes are companies. You are the director and shareholder of those companies, and you're a member of the fund. As you can see on the diagram, a self-managed super fund can borrow. This is done with a specialist product called an LRB, or a limited recourse borrowing. Your broker can sort that out. Let's look how the numbers work in a self-managed super fund. John takes his $200,000 in super now and sets up his self-managed super fund. He uses some of that $200,000 as a deposit and buys a $500,000 investment property. He gets his broker to get a $350,000 loan, and his new tenant pays off that $350K loan for him. And to cover off liquidity, he has $30,000 in cash remaining in the fund to cover all of the costs. There has been no out-of-pocket cost personally for John. Everything has come from his super balance, and his boss continues to pay 11.5% super contributions. John has decided he wants to clear the loan of $350,000 in 20 years. So when he's retired at 60, it's gone. It's hard to beat the power of leveraging your asset. There are a few points to keep in mind. If you're looking to borrow, most lenders would like to see a starting balance of $150,000. You must have liquidity. That's that spare cash in the fund. And finally, this one's an important one, you need to check your personal insurances when swapping to a self-managed super fund. Did I mention I have a self-managed super fund? Well, my self-managed super fund isn't just me. I also have my wife and my 2 kids. All 4 of us have pooled together. As individuals, we're still separate members, but we've joined forces to help it perform even better. So, if you're not Mr. John Average and you have a partner, then you can use the same calculations that I've mentioned, but as a couple.